Bonjour à tous. Welcome back to our very special course about French politics, society, and culture. Well, in the previous session, we have seen the Occupy Wall Street movement exploded in the America. And in this session, we're going to see the French version of Occupy Wall Street movement, which is called Gillet jaune, the yellow jackets exploded in France since 2018 and which still continue today. Well, what is the starting point of this so-called yellow jackets movement, the Gilets jaunes? Well, the reason is very, very simple. Because in 2018, French President Emmanuel Macron, he declared that the price of the diesel as well as the tax for the diesel gas will be increased. Well, why did the French president has to increase the diesel price as well as the diesel tax in 2018? Well, and also I have to explain that the French system is different from Taiwan, because here in Taiwan, we pay the diesel tax or the gasoline tax once a year. But in France, the tax is included in the price of the gasoline. So every time when you go to the gas station, you get your car filled, you pay the gas tax or the diesel tax. So the tax is included in the gasoline. So the price goes up, and the tax, every time you fill up your car, you have to pay much more tax. Why? Because French President Emmanuel Macron, he copied the slogan of Donald Trump, said that we have to make our planet great again. So we have to fight against the global warming. So we have to decrease the impact of diesel upon the climate change. So he declared that the diesel price and the tax for diesel will go up, increase, so as to limit the consumption of the diesel. Many French people are not very happy. They are very, very unhappy about this measure. Well, there's also one reason we have to explain why these French people are so angry about this fiscal reform, who is basically a good thing, right? We have to fight against the climate change. The thing that we have to notice is that almost 60% of private vehicle, cars in France are diesel engine. While here in Taiwan, we only have a few cars using diesel, especially those trucks. Most of our cars are gas 92 or 95 or 98. But in France, 60% of their vehicle consume diesel. So you can see that this price and tax augmentation will have a very, very big impact upon ordinary French people's life. So from November 17, 2018, people started to demonstrate. They block highway, street, everywhere in France. These spots signify that where we have barricade or blockade exploded everywhere in France. Why do we call them yellow jackets or gilets jaunes? Because as you can see on the photo, those protesters, they wear a yellow jacket. Why yellow jacket? Because it is the yellow jacket for security. In every car, when we have an accident, back on their trunk, they have a gilet jaune. They have a yellow jacket. They wear it so that they are more visible, and so they won't be hit by other cars. So gilet jaune, it is something that everybody have back in their trunk. So from November 2018, every Sunday morning, people gathered everywhere on the streets in many French cities, and they demonstrated against the government. And this cameraman picked up a very iconic scene of the demonstration. So from this photo, necessarily you will feel that this is a very, very serious and violent demonstration on the street. As you can see, this is also some form of barricade. They put everything to form, they can find on the street in order to form a barricade to fight against the policemen. But soon after the Gilets jaunes demonstration, there is also this problem of vandalism, because those protesters, they spray tag l'Arc de Triomphe, the Arch of Triumph. They destroy those sculptures. So how about social order? You have the freedom to speak, you have the freedom to protest, but can you destroy public belongings? Or is it right, is it correct to do so in this democratic society? And those protesters, they wandering around these streets, everywhere they pass, they create chaos and they burn those banks or even cafe. Well, on this photo, you can see this is a very iconic place. Everybody, when they go to Paris, they go to Café Fouquet. It is a very, very, very prestigious cafe that everybody goes when we visit a cafe. And this cafe is a symbol of capitalism. So it was burnt by these protesters. And as everybody know that November, December, and January, these are the high season. These are the high commercial season for Europeans, especially because there is the vacation for the Christmas. So Christmas vacation is the high season, the commercial season for European city. And since these protesters, they demonstrate every Sunday from November 2018. So the entire commercial season in Paris was ruined because these capitalist symbols are attacked and saccagé, destroyed by those protesters. So these very prestigious commercial centers, they have to close up and even to protect their store from riot attacking. And so, of course, we have to visualize the poverty or the inequality problem in France. Well, on the left-hand side, on the graphic, I put it intentionally, a graphic written in French. Well, on the graphic of the left-hand side, it shows that for those poor family, they have to spend 60% of their revenue on their daily life. But in the contrary, for those wealthy, rich family, they only have to spend 24% of their revenues in their daily life. Means that they have many money for other things like luxury or loisir. They can go abroad for vacation and so on because they spend only a small part of their revenue into their daily life. But a ordinary family, they have spent at least 40% of their revenue into their daily life. And on the graphic of the right-hand side, you can see that in 1996, those rich family, they gained 6 times more revenue than the poorest family. And this inequality become more important in 2016 because the wealthy family, the 10% wealthy family, gain 7 times more than those 10% of the poorest family. So you see that the inequality in the French society become more serious. And so here come to our end point. Well, show must go on 2021 because ever since 2018, this Yellow Jacket protestation continue. Well, it stopped it for a while because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But now in 2021, they come back and they join the demonstration against the vaccine. So here I found a citation from an anonymous French policeman. He said in French, Gillet jaune combined with the anti-pass sanitaire. Mais c'était en gros le français moyen qui venait râler parce qu'il ne voulait pas se trouver acculé à la vaccination par un gouvernement qu'il désapprouve. So the very important word that I underlined in red, le français moyen, means ordinary French, means those popular, those populaires, those peuples who belong to the middle and even lower social classes. And the French society, like other Western society, the middle class is disappearing. So many so-called middle class family, they fall into the lower social classes and they join these demonstrations in order to express their anger against those political and financial rulers who hold in their hand the wealth of the society. Okay, so this is all for today, and these are references that I pick up from the internet for this lesson. So before next session, please stay tuned and hope to see you again. Au revoir, à la prochaine.